Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Right away, we are dealing with a familiar pattern. Someone who's absorbed just enough internet lore to feel confident, but not enough to understand consequences. These encounters usually start calm, then spiral once authority enters the picture. Instead of focusing on the actual issue, driving privileges, the conversation drifts into semantics and imagined loopholes. This is where most sovereign-style stops go sideways. The moment emotions take over, clarity disappears, and every simple instruction becomes a perceived violation. From here on out, watch how fast confusion turns into custody.
Hey, shut the door. Come back here. Come back here.
What's going on?
Hey, pulled you over. Take your hands out of your pockets.
Okay.
Pulled you over today.
Okay.
Because you have a suspended driver's license. I ran your tags.
Okay.
And I found that the registered owner was
Y'all can do it,
license and registered
You say what?
Take your hands out of your pockets, please.
Okay, no.
I ran your tags.
Okay, I understand that, but don't put your hand on me.
Don't reach your hand.
Okay,
Come over here. Come over here. Come over here. Hey, just settle down. Yeah, we're allowed to.
Why? No, you're not. I don't allow the 10 years.
I ran your tags. You want me to explain why I pulled you over?
I know that you cannot do that.
You want me to explain to you why I pulled you over?
You cannot do that, sir. Why do you need my keys?
Why do you need my keys? About to catch a criminal charge. Why? Because you're detained for a traffic offense and you're not allowed to leave. You're under arrest for driving on a suspended driver's license.
That's not a criminal offense.
It's a traffic offense.
It's a traffic offense, not a criminal offense.
I know it's a misdemeanor instead of Arkansas State about
No, that's not a misdemeanor.
Okay. So just lean against this. Do it. We don't have to
That's
cover
not a misdemeanor.
Okay. Well, quit. Tighten it up.
I'm not tightening it up.
Okay, you're about to find your way to set handcuffs, okay? Just settle down.
Okay.
Just settle down.
Okay, am I being detained? Yes.
You're under arrest.
What's your RAS?
What is RAS?
Reasonable suspicion of driving on a suspended license, Charles.
That's illegal. You can't do that.
This is the critical moment. Once a plate comes back to a suspended driver, officers don't need a philosophical debate, they need compliance. Traffic enforcement runs on databases, identification, and procedure, not on verbal objections. Every attempt to argue roadside law only makes things harder. Instead of producing documents or calmly listening, the driver escalates, contradicts himself, and provides admissions that directly support enforcement. At this point, the outcome is practically decided. What could have been a citation becomes an arrest, simply because cooperation was replaced with confrontation.
Yes, it is. Because you have to. It's a traffic offense before you conduct the traffic stop.
Okay, don't argue with silly stuff. I'm not going to argue with silly stuff.
See you there.
Okay. Mr. Terry. Mr. Terry.
Yes. So what? Okay. So y'all are arresting me for suspended driver license that I don't have.
Come here. Walk right over here. Okay. So that's you.
1649.
Okay, you got behind my car.
Suspended.
Okay, I'm suspended. I didn't. Okay, you're saying I'm suspended.
Yeah, your driver's
but I
license.
haven't did anything criminal.
So I ran your license plate.
But that's not criminal.
I ran your license. It's a misdemeanor in the state of Arkansas.
It's not criminal, man.
Okay, well, I'm not going to argue this.
I studied law for 10 years. That's not.
I'm not suspended driver's license. And I'm not going to have this silly argument anymore, okay?
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what is all this about.
Well, I've told you 15 times.
Okay, can I call my wife?
No, you cannot. I'm going to put this right on my seat, okay? Is there anything in your car that can get you in trouble? Any weapons? No, I'm towing your vehicle per departmental policy. No, you can't. Go back over there, please.
He's got to drive my car. He said he's going to drive my car back.
He cannot.
Why not?
Because per department policy, I have to tow your vehicle.
Why? I mean, y'all just towing my car.
Enter 605. Start me another unit over here, please. Yeah, I'll get you a supervisor.
Can I get a supervisor? I don't want to talk to a supervisor because I don't understand.
Notice how much damage is done just by talking. Statements pile up, positions change, and contradictions appear in real time. This is a perfect example of why legal professionals advise people to remain quiet and let attorneys handle disputes later. Instead, we see a running commentary that fills in every gap for law enforcement. Each attempt to sound informed only strengthens probable cause. The situation isn't getting worse because of police action. It's getting worse because of voluntary explanations that remove any ambiguity about what's happening.
416 Colonel Glenn, DeCoin Laundromat, your presence is being requested, sir.
That doesn't make any sense. Y'all just jump behind my car. Y'all jump behind my car.
So you have no reasonable expectation of privacy.
Run my car for no reason. Y'all had no, I wasn't speaking. I wasn't speaking. You know what that case just I went for your court to us. Throw me in handcuffs.
Let me explain it to you about 15 seconds. Okay. Continue. So right now, per departmental policy, inventory search until your car. He's not a felon. I don't know why he's tripping about that. He's a felon? Do y'all know him by chance? Okay. So I ran his license plate, which you have no reasonable expectation of privacy of your license plate. We don't have to have a reason to run your license plate. We found that the registered owner of this vehicle has a suspended driver's license. We saw him in the car, pulled him over, and he jumped out immediately and started arguing with us, talking about how he studied law, which, cool, I hope he did, that's great. But it's an unclassified misdemeanor in the state of Arkansas to drive on a suspended driver's license. That's why he was put in handcuffs. He was tensing up. So to avoid a fight, we went ahead and put him in handcuffs because that's where that was going.
He was being arrested.
Yes, for driving on suspended driver's license.
You're arresting him for arresting
Yes. And then, so per my departmental policy.
freedom is rights, though, when you're arrested.
Schindler. Okay. Let's
You guys. It doesn't matter. I paid them to do their job. I'm a taxpayer.
Here's where reality sets in. Once someone is arrested for driving suspended, departments typically tow the vehicle to prevent repeat offenses. It's not personal, and it's not punishment, it's administrative policy. That's something sovereign arguments never account for. Policies exist precisely to stop unsafe or unlawful behavior from continuing. Instead of understanding that framework, the driver treats it like a personal attack. But this moment highlights a key truth. Enforcement doesn't pause for debates. Procedures activate automatically once certain conditions are met.
Hey, Mr. Terry.
Yeah.
Don't kick your feet out.
I'm not.
Hey, my supervisor's on the way.
Yeah, but y'all pulled me up for no reason.
Pulled you over because you're driving on suspended
Y'all
license.
pulled me up, but that's no reason. You can't do that, man.
Okay, well, right now you're under arrest for possession of a firearm by certain persons because you're a convicted felon. There's a gun underneath your seat, and you're the only person in the car.
Okay, but I'm not worried about that because that gun's registered to my wife, so I'm not worried about it.
Guns aren't registered in the state of Arkansas.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not. You're incorrect.
That's her gun.
Well, cool.
Belongs to
Hey,
her.
so let's just put this back and forth, and let's just take it in court.
I'm not worried about it, man.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
You seem pretty worried about it.
Yeah.
The guy in custody. So we stopped, we ran his tags, found the registered owner of the vehicle and his suspended driver's license. Conducted a stop on that VC. As we're going in front of the VC, is and he immediately jumps out, locks the door. He's putting his hands in his pockets. I tell him once, okay, take your hands out of your pockets. He does it again. Brandon grabs his arm, and we're going back and forth about how he's not under arrest and studied law for 10. He's being super ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Acting like he has something in the car. Going back and forth how he studied law for 10 years. Tell me that driving on suspended is not a misdemeanor. It is. He keeps tensing up. We go ahead and cuff him. Tell him he's under arrest for driving on suspended driver's license. I then tell him I'm going to tow his vehicle per department policy. Tell him that per department policy and Supreme Court case law, I'm going to conduct a inventory search of the car. I didn't say Supreme Court case law to him, but both you and I know it. So I'm going to conduct an inventory search, look inside, look underneath the seat where valuable things such as firearms are usually kept. So we're doing an inventory search and there's a gun, and he is a convicted felon. So he's under arrest for possession of firearms by certain persons. So he is in the backseat of the car. He has not been thoroughly searched yet, so let's go ahead and do that. Hey, Brandon, let's go ahead and get a real search on this guy.
You the sergeant? Yes, sir. Okay. What's your name, sir? I'm Charles Hunt. Charles Hunt? H-U-N-T, Hunt. Okay. Your officers, I know you see farther than them because we're going to the Supreme Court. I hope you know that. I told them I'm studying law for 10 years. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
This is where internet legal theory collides with actual precedent. Real case law doesn't work the way social media explains it. Courts have already addressed plate checks, inventory searches, and vehicle stops. Officers train on these rulings, while sovereign followers usually rely on partial quotes and outdated interpretations. The gap between confidence and competence becomes obvious here. What sounds convincing online falls apart in practice, especially when officers calmly reference established decisions instead of arguing feelings or beliefs.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and take a seat for me.
Reasonable articulate suspicion. They had none because they didn't know who was in the car. My wife could have been in the car.
We're gonna sit
for all they knew.
We're gonna sit back.
So that's why I'm taking y'all to the Supreme Court.
Okay.
And I'm going to get $1 million for every day I sit in jail.
Okay, well, you just gained another charge. Attempt to influence. You just gained another charge. Attempt to influence law enforcement.
No, I'm not.
Congratulations.
No, I'm not.
Kansas versus Glover is the United States Supreme Court case that clarifies that a vehicle would turn. Say it again, sir. No, it has not. No, it has.
No, it is not.
Okay. So what?
Well, we're not going to the U.S. Supreme Court because they're not going to rehear the case they just judged on in 2020.
So, Mr. Glover,
I'll get a free flight out of it. I'll see you there.
Mr. Glover, are you aware which Supreme Court case says I'm allowed to conduct an inventory search of your vehicle? Because I'm pretty sure you just said overturn just to disagree with me. Because that's quite obvious.
This is the turning point nobody expects. What began as a suspended license escalates into something far more serious. Inventory searches exist for safety and property protection, and when prohibited items appear, new charges follow automatically. That's not retaliation, that's procedure. This is how minor encounters become major cases. One violation exposes another, and suddenly the stakes multiply. The driver came in arguing technicalities and leaves facing multiple criminal counts. It's a hard reminder that roadside debates rarely reduce consequences.
Okay. All right. So what is the what is the paramount pillar of Fourth Amendment involving law enforcement? What Supreme Court case?
Man, I'm not going to discuss this with you.
Okay.
I have to discuss that. I appreciate it.
That's fine. I was just trying to help you understand, that's all.
No, you can't help me understand.
Come over here, please.
You understand. Y'all still under codes.
What code?
Y'all are.
What codes? No, that is a legitimate question. What code? Like criminal code? Is that what you're talking about?
It's under law.
Well, yeah. Everything I've done today has been well within the color of law.
It's not. The color of law is not law, then you know.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's not color of law, you know it's not law.
Where'd you study law?
Don't worry about all that, man. Okay. All that doesn't matter.
At this stage, the pattern is clear. Every response is framed through belief instead of law. Sovereign rhetoric replaces accountability, and imagined rights replace actual statutes. Meanwhile, officers continue doing exactly what they're trained to do: explain charges, document evidence, and move the process forward. There's no emotional engagement on their side, just methodical steps. This contrast shows why these encounters always end the same way. Ideology can be loud, but procedure is relentless.
Suspended. Correct. Which is a misdemeanor offense in the state of Arkansas, which is why you were taken into custody. That's what I was trying to explain to you. We could have avoided all of that arguing back and forth if you would just, Yes. And then, for my departmental policy, if somebody is driving on a suspended driver's license, I have to tow their vehicle. I'm not allowed to let somebody come get it. I have to tow it. And per the United States Supreme Court case law of South Dakota versus Opperman, I can conduct an inventory search of your vehicle prior to towing it. While conducting an inventory search of your vehicle, discovered a firearm underneath your driver's seat. When we ran you an ACIC, when we checked to see if your license was valid, we saw that you were a convicted felon. And you're in possession of a firearm, which is a felony offense in the state of Arkansas. So just so you're aware of everything you're being charged with, possession of a firearm by certain persons. No, you do though. I'm a police officer.
I'm trying to figure out, like, you trying to tell me, you trying to speak legalese to me. I'm like, dude, that's not even registered because there's certain things you don't even understand.
Charged with possession of firearm by certain persons, attempt to influence a law enforcement officer, driving on suspended license, and driving a vehicle with improper window tint. Because the front right passenger window on your vehicle tested to have 4% light level transmission. In the state of Arkansas, the windows to the left and right of the driver are required to have 25% or greater light transmission level. Also, upon checking you in ACIC, we discovered you had a failure to pay warrant at a Little Rock traffic court. So you're being charged with 1 count of failure to pay. And then you had 2 additional warrants at a Little Rock environmental court for failure to appear. Those warrants are LR21-422 and LR20-4168. So you're being charged with 2 counts of failure to appear out of Little Rock environmental court. Okay. Say it again, sir.
I had a cold down pat.
Yep. Expected to. It's my job. Well, tell me how I'm wrong since you're so smart. Tell me how I'm wrong. Yes, please. What did I do wrong? So I can, you studied law for 10 years, so I can do it right the next time. Okay.
Y'all let me do it right now.
Can you tell me about Terry versus Ohio? What about Pennsylvania versus Mims?
Versus who, Murdoch?
Mims. Yeah, what about Illinois versus Wardlow? What about Maryland versus Wilson?
If he doesn't have anything going on.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm asking, well, you studied law for 10 years.
You'll get there one day.
No, I'm saying.
So you studied law for 10 years.
No, I'm saying. I thought you said Murdoch versus King.
I didn't. I said Pennsylvania versus Mims.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
What about Terry versus Ohio? You know that one?
Terry versus Ohio?
Yes, sir.
What does it say?
Well, I'm asking you. You studied law for 10 years. You would know that.
What does it say?
I'm asking you.
Because you're the one telling us we don't know anything. So we're just trying to see if you got anything
Okay.
going on.
Yeah, what are you doing?
So where'd you study law? Where'd you study law?
You haven't been paying your you said Murdoch?
Well, that's one thing we do disagree with is taxes.
Y'all have a business card?
A business card? No, sir.
Nope.
I'm not a business.
City does not give us those.
Got the codes on all loud.
Yes, sir.
Every single day?
Expected to. It's my job.
The plate just show up on hot sheets, so that one did. They're not supposed to, but I know there's the third or second one that we stopped, and it's on there, but it's their car, so I don't know.
Say it again, sir.
Everything is on the Admiralty and Maritime. Just remember that.
Maritime?
He's a sovereign citizen. He just
Where,
doesn't know.
like boats?
He's a sovereign citizen. He just doesn't know it's on. Okay. Where he wanted to be. One or the other.
There's such thing as a sovereign citizen.
Okay. You're more nation then?
So the reason he's saying that is because everything you were saying is consistent with what sovereign citizens say. That's all. Say it again.
That don't even make sense, man.
Nothing you have said.
Spit legalese at me.
I'm not spitting legalese. I'm spitting facts.
Why don't you practice? Why don't you make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year?
In all seriousness, you should. If you do have a law degree, you
You're so a little
should.
smart. Why don't
You really should. Go be a lawyer.
Be a lawyer?
Yeah.
You think I should be a lawyer?
Yeah. If you have a law degree, why not?
So why wouldn't you make the money off of it?
In all seriousness, like, all jokes aside, if you really do have a law degree, go be a lawyer. It's great money. It really is. I don't have the, I'm not cut out for law school. I probably wouldn't pass. I'm not that great at school. And I like being a police officer. I don't want to be a lawyer. Pretty good police officer, though. Yeah, I love being a police officer. It's what I've wanted to do since I was a child. You wouldn't have lawyers if you didn't have police officers. Not to argue. I'd say I like being a police officer.
We don't really need police officers. We got sheriffs.
Oh.
You are a sovereign citizen. You just don't know.
You just confirmed it.
We don't.
You just confirmed it.
We don't really need them.
You need to write that down because you need to figure out what's up.
So what does a sheriff's deputy do that's different than what I do? They enforce criminal law. They.
Why would we just hire more sheriffs?
What's the difference?
A
sheriff is elected. Okay. A mayor is elected. A mayor appoints a chief of police. Chief of police hires police officers. What is the difference between a sheriff? A sheriff is elected and a difference. What can a sheriff's deputy do that I can't do?
This is what I'm trying to get you to.
Yes, please do. Please help me.
What does cop stand for?
It's a short term for copper, and the term is derived from when police officers used to wear copper badges.
No, absolutely not.
So what does cop stand for? Tell me.
Constable on patrol.
Okay,
That's a version that some people.
that's a version that some people say.
You can look in the Black's Law Dictionary. It's exactly the same thing.
The what?
Black's Law Dictionary.
What is that?
The Law Dictionary. You ever read the Law Dictionary?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
I've read.
Charles,
I've
I
read.
need you to come to the realization that you are, in fact, a sovereign citizen.
No.
Because everything you've cited is
And if this
going down the list of I'm a sovereign citizen.
Charles, if
The
any of
only thing
this,
you're missing is I didn't have to break the window to drag you out of the car.
and Charles, if any of this conversation is offending you, we can stop. But I'm actually quite enjoying it. So if it's bothering you, we'll stop.
Like, that's the only thing missing from sovereign citizen
Man,
bingo.
that don't bother me.
Don't call
What
it.
is a motor vehicle?
Something driven on the street by a motor, powered by a typically combustion engine. It gets you from point A to point B.
What's the auto trust account number?
I don't even know what that is,
driving
Charles.
today, Charles?
Were you driving or traveling?
It's over.
You're traveling.
It's over with, man.
I'm feeling like we're getting to the traveling part
Over
here.
with.
Well, everything I do is framed in the Constitution of the United
Everything
States.
you did today was unconstitutional.
Which part of it was?
Pulling me over.
Okay, how's that unconstitutional?
You had no reason. You had no RAS. You had
Yeah,
no reason articulate suspicion
Yeah.
to pull my car.
I had reasonable suspicion to believe you were driving on a suspended driver's license.
Man. If I go to the Supreme Court, they'll say the same thing.
Actually, they're going to say, look at all these different Supreme Court cases that prove you're
The
wrong.
one they've just decided on within the last few years.
Yeah, because people not going up there. Yeah, because you have to go up there and tell them that they can overturn it. It could be overturned.
You're going to go up
It can't be overturned.
The Supreme Court
They
is
can't be there too.
They can be.
Okay, right.
and tell them to overturn it because you, Charles Hunt.
Oh God, man, why is he doing this?
So what I
Y'all
think,
get 6 months of police training and no law. Why are we talking about law?
you know what I think you're mad about? I think you're mad you got caught with a gun
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have.
that you're not allowed to have.
You're a felon.
Yeah.
I'm mad because
I think you-
my civil rights were